What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a day of extremely low support. Our boy Phil has been having a very bad month. 2024 has started off pretty bad for our boy Phil, and his streak of low support continues. Yesterday was not a good day for our boy Phil, and it seems like it doesn't matter how much begging Phil does. The support is just still not there. It seems like the only thing that brings support seems to be the Baldur's Gate playthrough, so Phil may need to change course and become the Baldur's Gate streamer and play it 6 times or 6 days a week, twice a day. That might save the business. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
Relaxing day, which I appreciated, having a balance between playing a fighting game, which, oops, my camera just moved, a fighting game which can be considered quite stressful when you play it at any kind of a competitive level. Being able to balance that with days where we're just relaxing with other kinds of gameplay is excellent and appreciated. Now, in regards to today, I have updates regarding the future of certain games, so listen up. It's kind of important if you're interested in the games that I'm currently playing. So first of all, we already talked about this. The future of JRPGs in my content, correct? What's going to happen with JRPGs moving forward? Because it seems like every time that I play them, sadly, I just can't get the level of engagement and support that I get for any other game. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I struggle to maintain viewership and support when I play these games. I don't know why. I don't think there's anything wrong with JRPGs. I think that they are very popular. For some reason, my audience, it just doesn't connect with them. That's unfortunate. I'm not saying everyone, because I know for a fact that I have a few hundred people that will show up when I play a JRPG on a stream, and there's people who watch on demand. But just compare the performance in the 3 sessions that I've done with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth versus playing Baldur's Gate 3. It's night and day. It's completely different, all right? Same thing, Tekken. Tekken's doing much better than Like a Dragon, and it's like, so I have to make the decisions that are best for everyone, because if I keep having Like a Dragon as daytime streams, and those streams end up being incredibly slow, I'm just shooting myself in the foot, you understand? I have to operate a business as well as enjoy my hobby during said business. So, yeah, today, just to give you some perspective, support came in all on the podcast. And as soon as I started playing the game, it was like, people left, support completely stopped, and I enjoyed my 3.5 hours in the game. I had fun, and I was talking with people the whole time, but that was it. It just completely stopped. So it ended up being, considering it's a brand new release, a slow stream. And I'm like, I've already talked about this. People knew the discussion and what was coming. If people wanted to come out and support this game, they would have. Obviously, that's not the case. So what's going to end up happening moving forward, Like a Dragon is going to be a night stream. It sucks because I really wanted to unlock the Dokkan Island portion of the game so that I could start doing co-op streams with my wife, but apparently it takes at least 20 hours of gameplay to get to that. Right now, I'm at about 8.5 to 9 hours, and I am playing again on Wednesday night, but it looks like it's going to take another 2 or more weeks after this week to unlock that, because I'm not going to be playing it as a day stream. Again, it would have been different if people actually showed up and engaged and supported, and it's just not happening. I can't pretend like this playthrough is doing great. It's not. Okay, and we already talked about the reasons. We've talked about it on the podcast. I think we figured out why. It's just a matter of cause and effect at this point. Okay, so had a great time. Watch the videos. They're great. The game has picked up and gotten way better, but from now on, it's just gonna have to be a night stream because of what happened. Okay.
Okay, so what he just said right there is not factually true. The game hasn't picked up. It's still crap. But besides the point, I have a few things to address here. So the first thing, let's dispel the notion here that Phil plays games that he loves, regardless of support. That's a flat lie. Phil has tried to convince people that it doesn't matter what the game is. If he loves it, he's going to play it regardless. Let's dispel that bullshit nonsense. Phil will only play games that make him money, flat out. That's the reason why he continues talking about Baldur's Gate, because I have a feeling we're going to see an influx of Baldur's Gate streams coming up. So Phil's going to be the Baldur's Gate streamer that he doesn't want to be. But he'll be forced to because support's been slow. The other thing too is Tekken hasn't been huge. I think the first day he got $100, and then after that he gets about 50 or 60 bucks in tips and a couple super chats, and that's it. So I'm not sure what he's referring to when he's talking about Tekken being a big thing. It really isn't. The only playthrough he's doing right now that's bringing him any sorts of income or money is Baldur's Gate. It is. Now, also, the other thing too is regarding the Like a Dragon playthrough where he talks about he got no support during the stream. That's a lie. He made 35 bucks on the podcast, and then he pulled in about another $15 during the actual stream. So he keeps pushing this narrative and this lie that he had no support whatsoever on the Like a Dragon stream, which isn't true. You can go back and take a look at the numbers or go back and look at the videos. But take your boy Duty's word for it. I watched that playthrough, and I can confirm that he did get 15 bucks extra during the actual stream. So I'm not sure what exactly he's referring to. Yeah, I mean, Phil screwed here. Phil screwed because he always makes the poor decisions. And he thinks just because he likes a genre of games that people are going to like it and support it. Not true. Not at all. The Like a Dragon playthroughs have never been popular in support. Never. Any Yakuza game that you've ever played, you struggle to make the tier 1 tip goal. All the time. So I'm not sure why you're surprised here and why you were stupid enough to make the fucking decision to get the deluxe package, the more expensive game, knowing that you rarely get no support for this. Just because you try to shove this down the dense throat doesn't mean that they're gonna fucking eat it. They just don't like the game. And it's not that it's a terrible game, it's just one of these games that it's not interesting to watch. Who wants to sit here and watch a 41-year-old balding streamer like yourself, Phil, just read? Because that's what you're doing. You're just reading the fucking story. It's more interesting if you actually want to play the game versus, watching you play it boringly. It's the same thing with BanWorld. Last night, BanWorld, you made 25 bucks. No one was engaged, no one cared because you made it so fucking mundane and boring. It's you, Phil. It's you, and you refuse to take a look at the mirror and identify the source problem. If you notice that there's a pattern, I know how you like to say, Phil, you notice the pattern. Well, if you really take a hard look and you notice a pattern with your playthroughs, almost all your playthroughs get okay support on the first stream and then it just dies out during the second stream. Why is that, Phil? Why? Because most people want to see what the game is like to see how you actually do, and then they see you're just a mundane garbage player, and people move the fuck on. They get bored and they move on. You're a bad gamer, Phil. You just are. And your personality isn't interesting enough to keep people entertained and wanting to come back. Most of your chat just fucking ignores you. The only people that pay attention to you is Jade and Derek. Derek fucking wants to talk about WWE champions, and Jade half the time is oblivious. He's just blabbing on about God knows what. God bless Jade, but he's just not all there. And everyone else is just talking amongst themselves. They're chatting about bullshit. They're chatting about their lives. They're chatting about other streamers. They're chatting about sports, Phil. They can care less about being there and talking to you. And you have those handful of people that actually are there for you, but most of them are there for your community. So why throw money your way if you're not entertaining, Phil? And yet you refuse to see that and you continue doing the same thing. That's it. Phil's admitted himself. He's slow to change. It took him 15 years to finally realize, hey, maybe I should get some LED lights. Maybe I should get a better camera. Maybe I should, try to improve my fucking streams, with garbage artwork in the back and throw the trash boxes that I had back there. It only took him 15 years, folks. So maybe in another 15 years, Phil will realize that he's the fucking problem when it comes to these games, and maybe he will improve his personality. The other thing too is, what doesn't help? You yelling at your viewers like King Be Cruel and telling them to go eat shit out your ass. That doesn't help either, Phil. That doesn't help tips and support either. So, maybe you might want to take a look at your personality, take a look at your obnoxious, just disgusting behavior, and modify that. Maybe be a little bit nicer to the people that actually pay your bills, and don't treat them like shit. Maybe then, Phil, you will achieve your goal of hitting the tier 1 or tier 2 tip goal. All right, let's keep going, folks.
Now, tonight's late stream was BanWorld, which is meant and intended to be a late night chill stream, and it went pretty good. In fact, we did a lot in the BanWorld stream tonight. Just listen up. I think I leveled up 4 or more levels. I built multiple new things in my base. I got a better bow. I got a better weapon. I have a giant spear now. I learned how to mount the pals and use them to ride around, but also in combat on top of them, which is amazing because now you can easily dodge and you can shoot projectiles and you can do things way better than when you were just on foot. Way better. In addition, we leveled up a bunch of different pals, so now they're more combat viable. And by the end of the night, I upgraded my armor and bought a shield, or excuse me, crafted a shield that apparently is going to let me resist a lot more damage. So in like 2.5 hours, we monstrously upgraded everything I had, like tons of improvements. And now next stream, I'm looking to build a little bit more. Like there's like a wheat plantation you can make and a few other things. And once I've done that, I'll almost be level 18, which is the level that boss was that we took on last time that kicked my butt. So I should be able to go and fight the boss and beat it within another stream or so, okay? So to give you some perspective here, the support on today's BanWorld stream was about equal with the support that I received during the Like a Dragon stream, but it was for the gameplay. There was no podcast or pre-stream. It just went right into the gameplay, and it was about equivalent overall, you know, between all the different levels of contribution. So do you see the point I'm making here? Is it seems like whenever I'm playing Like a Dragon, it's just people don't care. It's dead, which sucks because there are people who like it, but I guess these people are just not able to support the playthrough. So that's going to have to be a late night chill stream moving forward. I need to reserve my daytime streams for games that people will come out and support so I can keep doing this for a living, okay? So today overall...
Okay, I'm not sure exactly what he's talking about, because I'm looking at the numbers right here. Big ups to Gamerface Gaming, who actually reports out Phil's tip total, super chats, and so on. Okay, so for Power last night, Phil made $26 in tips and $24 in super chats, right? So right there, he made $49 in tips, and we're not counting memberships because the only memberships that came in were from the Argentinian detractors. Big ups to the Argentinian detractors. So he made $49. On the Like a Dragon stream, he made $50 in tips, right? And made $8 in super chat. So he made $58 on the Yakuza playthrough. So he made almost $10 more. What is he talking about? What is he talking about that BanWorld made more money or made equivalent money to Yakuza? It didn't. It made $10 more. Now both of them were just fucking garbage. You didn't make you got shit support on both those streams. But you're talking nonsense, Phil, and that just tells me that you fail to do just a minimum of fucking research. Why not go back and look at your analytics? Streamlabs, Stream Elements, whatever the fuck you use, OBS, or I think you use Streamlabs. That keeps your metrics, Phil. You can just go in and see how much you had of fucking totals, your super chats or whatever, and then you keep a fucking leaderboard. So you should know specifically what your totals were. I don't understand this laziness on your part. You rather sit here and just spew nonsense, and then when people like me criticize you and say, wait a minute, what you just said is factually incorrect. Then you fucking have a shit fit, and then you tell me to give me your address so you can mail me a spoon so I can eat shit out your ass, right? Right, Phil? Maybe if you just take a minute to research this shit with, instead of just fucking deciding, okay, I got 20 minutes, let me pump out a shitty daily rap video. Instead of doing that, how about you go back and take a look at, your metrics and so on. And the other thing, Phil, again, is why are you constantly talking about support? So this was a 13-minute video, folks, and I cut that shit down to 6 minutes because the rest of the shit was him just complaining about fucking support and how, he needs help and his schedule for the rest of the week and how he's bringing that Baldur's Gate. That's all that was. Why are you spending that much amount of time talking about the same thing? Because we know for fucking God's sakes he's going to talk about the same shit today on his podcast. He's going to talk about JRPGs getting sent to BanWorld. He's going to talk about BanWorld really not getting that much support. He's going to talk about, Tekken. He's going to fucking beg the dance. We all going to hear the spiel about, he has 2 more days before the end of the month, and his YouTube check is abysmal. It's the same fucking thing over and over, Phil. Jesus fucking Christ. You need a blotter, man. You need like a tablet so you can write down everything you talk about so that you don't fucking repeat yourself 1,000 times throughout the day. Your boy Duty doesn't have this time to go through 13 minutes of shit video and try to get a fucking nugget so I can make a video, Phil. You're being inconsiderate. Alright, folks. Anyway, that's all I have, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It seems like a Dragon and Tekken did not save the channel or did not save the business. So I guess Phil will hype up the Super Bowl event next, and then after that, whatever game he thinks will save the business. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.